What if Bitcoin bottoms aren't random at all? What if there was one rhythm in this market that has quietly marked every major low, including the one we may be forming right now? Today, we're breaking down Camel's cycle low indicator, and more importantly, how I combine it with trendline structure, swing low patterns, the DSS Bressert indicator, and real cycle behavior to time high probability entries without gambling at the bottom. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting on an unconfirmed low, and the challenge every trader faces in this moment is simple. Do we buy now or wait for confirmation? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact process I use to build confidence around a cycle low, the same approach that nailed past lows in this cycle, and I'll show you what I'm watching on Bitcoin right now. Here's the core issue. Bitcoin is late in the 4-year cycle. It needs to get bullish soon, or we risk rolling over into something much deeper. And because this cycle has been fairly lackluster compared to previous ones, we have to hold two ideas at the same time. Number one, the high for the cycle could already be in. And number two, the data still suggests we may have one last explosive blow-off top ahead. So rather than guessing, we're using a rules-based framework to build confidence in whether the low is already in. When I'm trying to confirm a low, I rely on a simple 3-pillar approach. Pillar 1, Camel's cycle low indicator. I'm looking for mid to high confluence, not just a green arrow, but agreement across multiple metrics inside the tool. Pillar 2, the swing low pattern. I want to see a clear swing low, followed by a higher low on the daily chart. This gives timing confirmation and helps avoid entering too early. Pillar 3, trendline break and retest. Once I'm reasonably confident the low might be in, I draw a downward sloping trend line and wait for a clean break and retest. When these align, indicator confluence, a clean swing low structure, and a confirmed trend line break, that's where I strike. This filters out early fakeouts. Let's look at how this played out earlier in the cycle, starting with the April 7th, 2025 low. At the time, nothing looked confirmed. Camel's indicator didn't give high confluence until April 26th. But watch what happens between the low and that confirmation. On April 20th, price broke the downward sloping trend line and retested it perfectly. This was the moment the market tipped its hand. Even without full indicator confluence, this was a high probability entry. That move ran roughly 47% all the way to the recent all-time high. Even better, notice the right translation after the breakout. That signaled strength and continuation. And later, the shift into left translation warned us that the trend was weakening and the downtrend was beginning. This example shows how powerful the confluence plus trendline plus swing low strategy can be. Now let's look at another clean example. The September 6th, 2024 low. This was the major low before Bitcoin broke a 6-month sideways range. Camel's indicator gave a high confluence signal on September 16th. 2 days later, on September 18th, Bitcoin broke my downward trend line, but this time it did not retest. The move was too strong. In this situation, the entry would have been around $63,000 on a green candle with no pullback. With a stop around $58,000, the trade would not have stopped out, and Bitcoin went on to break $100,000 soon after. Now remember, Camel's tool wasn't released back then. We didn't have this indicator in real time. But based on the 4-year cycle alone, we knew we were still in a bull market. Today, the indicator simply helps us apply the same concepts with much more precision. So where does that leave us today? Right now, Bitcoin is sitting on a potential, but unconfirmed, cycle low. Here's what I'm watching. A swing low, followed by a higher low on the daily. A break and retest of my downward trend line. A possible demand wick under the recent low, and mid to high confluence on Camel's cycle low indicator. If we get these conditions, I'll have the confidence I need to enter a swing position. But if Bitcoin loses $74.5 thousand, then I flip my bias, and at that point I expect we're heading into a bear market. Until then, patience is a position. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button. It really supports the channel. And make sure you subscribe for more cycle analysis, educational videos, and real examples just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.